I wanted to do a book review on Into the Wild by John Krakauer, I think is how you say his last name. I'd finished this book a few days ago and I hadn't done a book review in a little bit, and I was thinking, oh, it's the perfect time to do it because I'm here at a workaway at the moment. So I'm in a caravan that I'm just staying at. And yeah, I wanted to do a book review on this. It's one of those books that really inspired me as someone who travels a lot, also just like backpacking around and is constantly in a new spot. Reading this book, there's some kind of relation to it. It's not necessarily a similar motive that I find with him, but I think it's just the fact that he's constantly on the move and, you know, he's going against the grain a little bit. It's something I can relate to. So it's about, you guys have probably know what it's about, but I'll just quickly read a little bit of the blurb. In April 1992, Chris McCandless, a young man from a well-to-do family, hitchhiked to Australia and walked alone in the wilderness. He had given all his savings to charity, abandoned his car and possessions, burnt all the money in his wallet, and invented a new life for himself. 4 months later, his decomposed body was found by a hunter. So this is a true story. Chris McCandless is a real person. He changed his name to Alexander Supertramp. However, parts in this book are fiction, only because he didn't kind of jot down everything that had happened in those few years. So it was off his journal, based off of his journal. So the author kind of filled a few things in with fiction, or there's some parts where John, the author, had experienced a few things, and he decided to add his little segments of, there was one where he climbed a huge mountain and he had these experiences at the top, and he kind of wanted to add it in, and he was kind of saying, like, I guess that's why he felt so inspired by Chris McCandless, because he had moments where it was just him and nature. He was alone and isolated, just like Chris McCandless. This book is probably one of my favorite books. I watched the movie before I read the book. The movie was amazing. Honestly, I thought it was beautifully done. I do think the book is better though. I usually think the book is better. And out of 10 I would probably rate this a 9. It's so high because I relate to him in an aspect of just, as I said, being constantly on the move and having this needing to go out and experience and just be on the road and, you know, meeting all of these people and stuff. It's important to me, I feel, and I feel it was important to him. And yeah, so if you're thinking about buying this book or reading this book, I think you definitely should. It's an easy read. It's not that long. This version I have is 202 pages long. Then it's just got the acknowledgements. Yeah, so that's it. Into the Wild, Chris McCandless, Alexander Supertramp, tramping around America and Alaska.